speaking to entrepreneurs, they understand exactly what I'm saying, and usually I get the reaction that, exactly, I just didn't have the words.
Yeah.
I mean, I know exactly what you mean, and that's exactly right. That's my experience. So I mean, it's not a lie to say that Austrian economics really is realist economics, because we have that understanding that practitioners have too, but they just lack sort of the formal framework.
So I'm jumping way ahead in the book, and I haven't even introduced the book yet, but I want to talk about entrepreneurship, because this is one of the fascinating arguments within the Austrian family, is the nature of entrepreneurship. And I'll butcher it a little bit, but I feel like it's basically Israel Kirzner versus Mises, whereas Kirzner has this idea that entrepreneurship is discovery, that you're discovering hitherto unknown opportunities to serve consumers, and those opportunities were there and you find them. Whereas Mises, and I sort of compare this to, Steve Jobs would be this guy that Mises is describing. He talks about it as perception about the future. And there's this great passage in Human Action that I quote all the time, sort of quote, because I haven't memorized it. But he's like, the entrepreneur charges forward, and the rest of the public is laughing at him. They think he's crazy, but he can see around the corner of history and imagine a different, better world, and create opportunity. So it's not necessarily that it was there; it was created by entrepreneurship. Where are you on that spectrum?
I'm totally a Misesian on that spectrum, because I mean, the way I usually put it is that entrepreneurs are in the business of creating our future. And it's a future that they imagine, and they also have to imagine that it's of value to someone, at least, or enough people to make a profit out of it, right? And it's not really about exploiting opportunities that are already out there. They're sort of hovering somewhere, and you just need to see them. It's not totally fair to Kirzner to say that that's his theory. I mean, there's more to it, but at the same time, he has written about how it's error correction, right? So we're not perfect yet, but by finding these errors made by previous entrepreneurs and previous consumers, we can push the economy a little closer to equilibrium. And I mean, that's what he was trying to explain too, how the economy gets close to equilibrium and closer. Yeah. And to Mises, it's really uncertainty bearing. And uncertainty, he's very specific on what uncertainty means. It's uncertainty about the future market conditions. So it's really about the supply and the demand in the future. You don't know what other entrepreneurs are going to offer. You don't know what kind of products are going to be available at what prices and things like that. That's the supply side, right? You don't know what consumers are going to want and how they're going to rank different options either. And in that future, you want to position whatever it is you're producing the best way possible so that you can get as much as possible out of it.
Yeah, that's the secret sauce right there.